the Troika, aka Dannon apartheid government witchcraft of foolish Galatians who has bewitched you. The people who refuse to be circumcised of the heart, instead they opt for the flesh, the sinning against the flesh. In this country and every other country around the world where there's violence, in particular in America, 70% of the men or something like that, I'm not sure, are circumcised. The Palestinian-Israeli conflict, all of them are circumcised. Every single bomber that went and bombed this country, circumcised. Now the fact of the matter is that circumcision is linked to violence because of the witchcraft of the Dannon, the popes of past, and the Jewish sects which refuse. Now the Messianic Hebrews used to be Jews a couple of generations ago, and they were involved in all of that, but they stopped circumcising one another, and now that they've stopped circumcising one another, they are in fact one of the most passive people on the earth. You have the Quakers, passive people, and people like that. None of them are circumcised. So you bring in a circumcision law to stop the witchcraft, because Jesus demands in Galatians, Paul says, if you are circumcised of the flesh, you are not in the grace of God. So the Gallic, me, Reverend Nebo, of the Gallic faith of sacred unity, I would demand that anybody coming to this country that's circumcised has to take an oath not to circumcise their children. If they do circumcise their children, all of their assets are forfeited. You will see sharply an exodus of people in the housing market. But if they do, if the reasons they're leaving is simply because when you enter into heaven, your body is made whole again. Any scars, anything that you have is fixed up for you. So why on earth would you be circumcised? I can understand the Lord wanting people to be extremely violent when you were fighting the Amalekites, Amorites, hybrid giants. The violence in the battles might come in handy, but most of them are gone now, except for the Dannon and the what are they called? The bulls of Bashan. So in actual fact, a circumcision law works out better for everybody, because they're saying a substantial amount of the Muslim community are in the prison population. So all of those men, bar none, are circumcised. Would that have anything to do with some sort of a curse that they're putting on themselves by the hand of God, because they refuse to keep their circumcised of the heart, instead, because they're sinning against their own flesh by cutting off the skin? There's a different story if people have a medical problem and they have to have the foreskin removed. But then again, that would be probably what they try and get away with, and they'd use dodgy doctors. No one wants those dodgy doctors around. So you see, people that say Theresa May is soft, she's not, because I spent more time in custody and being harassed by the Metropolitan Police while she was in the Home Office than anywhere else. But still to this day I'll say go for the Tory party, because it's the best thing to do for the country, you know. Falsely imprisoned a couple of times as well, but that's in the past. But what I'm saying is, if you start circumcising, for instance, people that turn around and say that Jesus was two-faced and that he got someone else to put himself on the cross, put on the cross instead of him, when Jesus returns back, I'd put it on Jesus straight away. I'd say, "Oi, Jesus, what are you doing? Get out there and get stuck on the cobbles putting someone else up on the cross," and I guarantee he'll turn around and say, "What are you talking about, you muppet? I got crucified. Look, there's me heart, it's me, Jesus, I got crucified. I didn't get anyone else to be crucified for me. What do I look like? Some sort of a wuss? What do I look like? Some sort of a wussy?" And Jesus, the commander of the Lord's, he'd say, "I'm Jesus, commander of the Lord's forces." You have word is bond, the honour. Where would be the honour in putting someone else up on a cross to suffer? You know. don't agree with all this. So you have them by the bollocks in Galatians. Paul said, look in Galatians, or foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you? You don't like it, tell them to fuck off. We're sick of all the bombs and all of that, all of these mad people that claim to be Islamists. Every one of the Islamists had their penis messed around with as a child. That causes trauma. Fact. Have a lovely day and God bless. Freaks.